Hey guys, welcome back to another video from Quick Freeze's Game Room. Today I'm going to be doing a review on a very cool NES game. And the reason I want to do a review on this game is, honestly, I couldn't tell you why. I was just compelled to do one. So I picked up this game off LukeyGames.com. And the reason I bought this game, same reason. I was kind of compelled to buy this game. I don't know why I wanted to, but it was kind of like one of those spontaneous purchases. And this is the Little Mermaid for the Nintendo Entertainment System. So what I'm going to do is just do a short review. Like I said, for some reason I really wanted to do a review on this game. So let's go ahead, get started, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, before I do the review, I'm going to tell you a little about this game first. The Little Mermaid is a game that was developed by Capcom for the Nintendo Entertainment System and was published in 1991. Much like Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, and Rescue Rangers, The Little Mermaid is one of many Disney animated movies that Capcom has changed into a video game. Now for the story, there's really not much there. It's basically your typical video game story. But what I can tell you is the story actually takes place sometime during the animated movie. Ariel has already met Eric, is already human, and they plan to get married. But before they can do that, Ursula has taken over the sea and the sea life that live there. Ariel then tells Eric that something is happening and must turn into a mermaid, and sets off to rescue the sea life and defeat Ursula once and for all. Now for the gameplay, it's really just a simple single-player side-scrolling action game where you actually control Ariel in a kind of like a side-view perspective. Now Ariel will swim and occasionally jump out of the water onto land throughout 5 different levels. You got the Coral Sea, the Sunken Ship, Antarctica, the Volcanic Sea, and of course Ursula's castle before fighting Ursula herself. Now, after each stage, the player is treated to a small explanation onto where Ariel must travel to next to progress through the rest of the game. Now, the way you play this game is actually much like Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers. But instead of throwing boxes and apples, Ariel will shoot out air bubbles from her tail that when they hit certain enemies, they'll become trapped inside. But then you can pick up those enemies and throw them at other enemies and bosses. Now the only other weapon in the game that Ariel can use is a seashell that she can find throughout the game. Unlike the air bubbles, the seashell can be used multiple times, and it can be used to open up different treasure chests when you throw the seashell at it. Ariel can also dig up the sand and find hidden treasures. Now these treasures are more basically for your bonus points, but there are treasures that you find in the treasure chest that will actually increase the bubble's power and range. Ariel can also collect icons scattered throughout the levels that restore her health, gain extra lives, and increase the power and attack of her bubbles. Now, just like any other NES game, you start off with 3 lives and 3 hits. Once you take the 3 hits, you're dead, you lose a life. You lose all 3 lives, you get to use it continue. The great thing about this game is if you suck at this game, it's fine because you have unlimited continues. The enemies in the game are basically your typical sea life. You got fish, starfish, crabs, spiked blowfish, and some fish that actually wear sheets over themselves, making them look like ghosts. Now the bosses in this game are actually taken right from the movie. You got the great white shark, Ursula's 2 eels, a walrus, Captain Seahorse, and Ursula herself. Now the music in this game, I don't know what it is, but oh my god, when Capcom knows how to make an 8-bit soundtrack for their NES games, they know how to make an 8-bit soundtrack for their games. I'm not saying you should like rock out to this soundtrack or anything, but the music really adds to this game. I gotta say, if like Disney ever made an 8-bit animated movie, you definitely want Capcom doing the music score. But if you guys don't believe me, seriously, just listen to this music. Now, there isn't really much of a replayability in this game once you've already beaten it, but I would say for adult gamers, it's going to take you about 20 to 25, maybe possibly 30 minutes to complete the game. For younger gamers, it may take a little bit longer, and it may take them a few tries. But that's pretty much it. That's my review for The Little Mermaid for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And my final thoughts about this game, I would have to say, if you guys like the other Disney games made by Capcom like Rescue Rangers or DuckTales, then I definitely recommend this game. If I had to give this game like a rating system, I would definitely give it 4 Dingle Hoppers out of 5. But that's it. That's my review for The Little Mermaid. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So I'm just going to end the video here by saying I'm Quick Freeze from Quick Freeze's Versus, and I'm here to bring gamers together one game at a time. See you guys.